Oh, hello. And today I thought I'd do something else, something different, and I'm gonna go over quickly a Gimp image editing tutorial, or no, image editing program. It says that they are released 2.8.18. I'm using the 16 version, or 14 even. But I don't know, I haven't experienced any instability, so hopefully it will be alright. And I'll be modifying this image. So let's see, first, obviously, download and install. You can get Gimp from gimp.org, download. And then just open your file. Gimp should start up with 3 windows, this one, and the main window. And if these don't appear for you, check your other monitors, or maybe they're somewhere off screen, you know, like maybe they moved around a bit. So just, you know, and if the layout is a bit different, you can always just, well, change them around from here. You can just add a tab, dock a tab, lock a tab, whatever, you know, like for example add a new path or new undo or something if something, you know, if you accidentally close it. But that's a little bit more advanced. I won't be going into that just now. Yeah, so here I have my base image. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open as layers different images. So let's see, I think I need this one, yeah, and then I'm gonna well, use this one instead of that one. So there I go. And now I want to, well, I can just, you know, hide them. So they are as layers now. So yeah, the first thing you gotta understand is how images should work. You know, like you have one layer on top of the another. So, you know, I'm gonna make this window smaller and smaller and transparent. Well, not really smaller. I'm gonna add a mask to it, and so I'm gonna make it transparent. So they will still be one on top of the other, but I will be able to see the base image through. So that's the first thing you gotta start thinking in layers. If you want to add something at the top, for example a stripe, let's see, let's pick a color. Yeah, you can modify your brush. Well, I guess I'll set it to something big. Now see, nothing happens, but I modified the background image, see? So that's very important. And if you don't want to ruin this background image, I can always use undo. Oh. Okay, let's see. Item visibility. Paintbrush, I think, here. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. It tracks a lot of things. So if you want to make some modifications, you should always just use this button, add a new layer. So example, like user paint, and then you just, you know, because this layer is transparent and at the top of all the others, if I do some modifications to it, I can just, you know, I'll keep them isolated, so to speak. Yeah, so that's very important. And so now I'm gonna add a mask to these layers. So let's see, I'm gonna hide this one. I want to take my selection tool and I'm gonna use feathered edges, and what that does is let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use some, well, I guess just there is a quick example. Okay. Well. Oh. Ah, I don't know why that didn't work straight away, but yeah, basically you select something, give some feathered edges, and oh come on, it doesn't apply it? Or do I have to? Oh man, okay. What about now? Yeah. Well, I guess you first, well, you gotta get used to the tools, right? So you first gotta, you know, set your settings and then you select your shape. Otherwise, I don't know. It's kind of finicky. But basically, yeah. See, I'll select nothing. What the feathered edges do is kind of fade out. You know, like from the border you select it. It just, you know, I don't know. Well, artistically, just, you know, removes an area instead of just like without feathered edges. It would be like cutting with a knife. See, so there the pixels start and then their end where you cut them off. But feathered edges just look a bit more, you know, pleasing. So just undo the changes. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that selection. So let's see, I'll need feathered edges. I don't know how much. You can do pretty much, and then I'm gonna just round the corners up a bit, just to add that little more artistic zeal to it. So let's see, I want to have this area. Feathered edges will take care of the rest. Yeah, and then I'm gonna edit and copy. Or no, what am I doing? Select invert. I'm gonna invert my selection. Then I'm gonna add a mask. Right click the layer. Add layer mask, white. And I'm gonna bucket fill with black color. Actually, I can just reset it like that, yeah. Yeah, and then it makes it transparent. Don't worry, your image is not gone. I've just added a mask. So if I delete the mask, delete layer mask, it will revert to original. But this is how I want it. So I'll select nothing again. I'll go over the main image, but then I'm gonna use a move tool. I'm gonna move the active layer. It's, I don't know. Let's see. I'd like to have it somewhere here, I think. Oh, right. There's a thing about masks, I guess. Can I lock the mask somehow? Or maybe I need to pick a layer and guide. Nope. Okay, I'll have to do it the hard way. Well, it would be easier to just, you know, discard the mask altogether, since it doesn't want to move the layer for me. It's moving them, so to speak, the mask. Yeah. Well, I'll do it the other way then. I'm gonna modify the layer instead of just, you know. Okay, I'll delete the mask. I'll do my feathered edges again. And maybe I'll do it like this even, just to show you the capabilities. So I'll select this thing, and I'll select the add new selection to the current selection. So let's see, I'm gonna select a new region like this. And then it's gonna add it to the selection. And now I'm gonna invert it again and just delete it. Works the same way, maybe. No. Yeah. Doesn't get rid of this white stuff. So that's why I wanted to use a mask. Oh man. There's no way to bucket fill invisibility, is there? Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll have to use the mask then. And well, I guess I'll just set the opacity for now. Let's see. I'll move the layer again. Move the layer into place somewhere around here, I guess. I'm aiming to not cover this area. Ah, this sucks. So hopefully the layer is now in correct place. Or maybe, oh, I could have done that as well, maybe, yeah. So let's see. You can reset your active tool with this button if you want to revert the changes to the default quickly. So let's see, select it again, add the new region, yeah, confirm it with enter, invert it, add the mask now, bucket fill with black, and it makes it transparent. That way. See these lines? This is where the layer boundary is, so I move the layer a bit. Yeah, so now I'm gonna do the same with this thing. I'm gonna enable this. And I can actually... Nope. Move this selection somehow. Okay. Well, yeah, let's move it into position. I don't know, somewhere there again. Select it. Well, basically repeat the process. Something like this, I guess. And now I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna disable those. I'm gonna select nothing. I'm gonna go to the no, actually I'm gonna go to my user scribblings. Now I'm gonna not use feathered edges. I'm gonna trace this thing. Actually the radius is too much. So let's see. Could use shift, I guess. Oh, crap. Didn't I press it? Okay, I didn't press it. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a paintbrush, use a smaller number, like, let's say 14. Let's pick a color, something like, I had a orange in the original, I think. So now I'm gonna go to edit and stroke selection with paintbrush. So there we go, it traces a line and I'm working with this layer, see? So the base image is not affected. So there we go. Doesn't stand out too much, but oh well. And now what I'm gonna finish up with is some text. Let's see, a big one. I see these guides of resizing. This thing resizes the corner. This thing resizes the one side only, and that's very useful too. And right now I need to choose a color scheme, so I'm gonna use a tool I have prepared to. No, not this one. This is just JavaScript, or yeah. So let's see, what color should I pick? This one looks nice, I guess. Oh, whatever. I guess I'll go with this one. Oops. I'll just print screen it, and I don't know. I guess I can paste it as layers. I just need the color code, like so. If you press X, it switches the colors, so you can, work faster. So yeah, where's my text box? Is it gone? I'll draw it again, because I didn't enter any text into it. So what I'm gonna do is, what was the text again? Connected warp upgrades allow. Yeah, so see, I had like 164, but in the image I displayed 136, so I found a better screenshot for that, so I'm gonna modify it. Connected. Come on. Oh, okay, it's very small. So let's see, I think I used 56 the last time. I'll use bold. Come on. And as you see, without a background, it's very hard to tell, what's written. So I'm gonna fix that by using rectangle selection again, and I think I'll feather the edges, although I don't think it will matter too much. I'm gonna draw under the thing I want it to appear under, something like this, I guess. And I'm gonna use this layer, but if you don't feel comfortable with it, just add as many layers as you want. I'm gonna use a gradient fill. I'm gonna just just gonna change the colors ever so slightly. I'm gonna draw from here to here somehow. And there you go. Once the feathered edge is in motion. So once you add a background, you can read the text very well, easier. And then you can also to draw straight lines. I guess the best way is to just use path tool. So this thing. So let's see, I'll need to draw it from a line from here to here and to here then. Something like this, I guess. And then we're gonna use a paintbrush tool again. Let's see. And I'm gonna work on the same layer. I'm gonna go to edit, stroke path with paintbrush, and it doesn't appear. Oh, because of selection, yeah, you gotta be mindful of that. If something is selected, you can only modify the things that are within the selected area. So that's not a feature of Gimp. So you gotta remember where you're working. Let's repeat that real fast. There we go. That's my line. Trace by path. Paths appear here. So if you want to just, delete them with this button or whatever. Or you can always, select the path you want to, so to speak, stroke along. I'm gonna just use a quick bubble. If you hold down elliptical tool. If you hold down shift, it will just, even out the dimensions, so you draw a circle. So let's see, I'll put a circle here. And actually I need to use a new layer for it. Because if I use a bucket fill right now, it will try to fill around the existing alpha channel, so to speak. So I'm going to just use a new channel, dot, or something. And it will draw it on over everything. I mean, if you rearrange the nothing? Huh. I thought it would be. Oh well. Maybe it's because the same color. But you can always just rearrange the sequence of the. Actually, no. Let's make something darker and stroke the selection with a how much bigger brush? Smaller brush to make an outline. Let's see, something like something like 8 maybe. Let's try 8. Stroke selection. Is that? Does that appear artistic? Not really, right? Because of this thing. So let's see if we can fix that. Actually, not really. I need to use a path then or something. Oh no! Wait a minute. If I use an eraser. Let's see, revert the changes. How about that? Oh. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, I can just bucket fill it. Just need the right color. Oh. I'm making it so hard. Don't do. Oh, that doesn't look pretty, but I guess it does. It gets the job done. Yeah. And yeah, and if I do it the other way. Oh, maybe this works. So I just put the line layer over the thing. Well, whatever. And yeah, you can just, be as artistic as you can. I'm not sure what the best way to draw lines is. I just use path tool, because if I draw things by hand, let's see. go back to 14, and something, was it this thing? I'll use this color. Yeah, so if you draw something by hand, it doesn't appear beautiful, right? So with the path tool, for example, you can do something like this. Like for example, well, I guess I'll go from here to here, and then if you hold down Ctrl and click the middle of it, you can add a new waypoint, so to speak, and then you can paint beautiful curved lines, right? That it's very hard to draw by hand, and then just, you know, finish off the arrow. Yeah. Oh, I think. How do I start a new path now? Huh? Why is it connecting? Oh, well, I can just maybe overlay it like this. And then if I go to, or should I scribble it down here maybe? Stroke path again. There, I got a beautiful arrow. More beautiful than if I would draw it by hand. So yeah, so if you connect the hyperdrive, it will, you know, give you a little bit boost. But without the upgrades, you can try 1.5 or 1.49 something. And yeah, so hopefully you learned something from this. To make it more beautiful, I guess, when I had the selection, I could have stroked that. And you know, selection is universal. If you select the shape from here and then you just add a new layer, you know, it will draw. Well, all the modifications you make, it will make to the active layer. So that's how it works. So you can select from one layer, for example, with the fuzzy select, you know, and then use that selection on a different layer. Yeah, so you gotta get into the mindset of things, how to use them. So thanks for watching, and I think I'm gonna make sometime a JavaScript tutorial, and in the background I just clicked around the sequencer, just random nodes. So that's playing in the background, so some kind of gibberish that I put together real quick. I was searching for an online synthesizer, but I didn't know how to use that one, and online sequencer used to, well, seemed to work just fine. So thanks for watching. Enjoy. Oh, actually, to save the image, either you save it as a Gimp, so to speak, format, XCF, or you should do export as, so file export as, and then just, you know, this thing doesn't rename your image, so just manually go here and rename it to PNG or leave it as JPEG. whatever. I just usually use PNG, and then if you export, it will ask for some quality settings, and if you export, it will create the file. And that's how it works. Yeah, so hopefully that's a bit useful to you. See you.